Hi guys, and welcome back to ASUS, Republic of Games Australia. My name, of course, Dan Kennedy. Today we're having a look at the world's first Android 4.1 Jelly Bean tablet, the ASUS Nexus 7. It runs a 7-inch WXGA screen running 1280 by 800. It also has an IPS panel which allows for superior viewing angles as well as 10-finger multi-touch support. The Nvidia Tegra 3 is a T30L Quad Core running at 1.2 GHz per core. It runs 1 GB of RAM, and depending on which model you get, you'll either get 8 GB of storage or 16 GB of storage. It's got a 1.2 megapixel front-facing camera, which we'll have a look at in a second, and it also, down the bottom, has a headset jack and a micro USB for a charging port and data transfer. As we come around to the left side of the tablet, you'll find docking pins, which is suited for a variety of accessories that will support it. And on the right side, you'll find a volume rocker and a power button. It weighs in at 340 grams, and we're going to have a quick look at the operating system. Alright, so this is Android 4.1 Jelly Bean. We're not going to go through all the features, but we are going to show you the features of the tablet. Now, one of the biggest features of Android Jelly Bean is that it has sample cards which learn intelligently as well. So if we hold down that button, we can go to Google, and it tells us 41 minutes to home. It gives us the traffic, it gives us the weather, and as I use the device more, it'll start noticing what my favorite sports teams are and everything like that. We can also go to voice search and search really important things. Take me to the nearest Nando's. As you can see, we've got quite a few Nando's around us. Chatswood's probably the closest, and it'll navigate us to that, which is really, really cool. We do have a lot of tests, and the screen is a 7-inch WXGA 1280 by 800 screen, so you get an incredible amount of resolution here. You can't actually see individual pixels from arm's length, and it's a really, really nice screen. So on top of that, it's actually an IPS screen, which means that anyone who's trying to watch what you're watching isn't going to have any color distortions. So even really extreme angles, we're not getting any distortion. We're not having any weird purples and greens popping up, which is really nice. That's one of my favorite features of IPS. And this screen in particular is very, very cool because it takes 10 points of touch. So that's 5. And my other hand's on there. I'm trying to get you to see 10. Where's 10? Maybe it's easier if I do this. There's 10. Alright, so we can move those around. And it's a fairly cool program, this, if you ever have the time to grab it. Alright, so we've seen the 10 points of multi-touch the screen can handle, and we also are going to have a look at the CPU. Now the CPU is a Tegra 3 Quad Core running at 1.2 GHz, and we're just going to open up Quadrant here, and we've tested 3559, which is just below the ASUS Transformer Prime TF201 and just below the HTC One X. So as you can see, it's within the top 3, and it is a really, really good score for a tablet which essentially costs $299. Alright, so the camera is not too bad, as you can see, 1.2 megapixel, and it's a front-facing camera. It's probably the best front-facing camera I've seen. And it doesn't come as a native application. You actually have to download this from Google Play. I'm not too sure why they've done that, but they have. So essentially I've downloaded the camera icon, and I'm just going to place it there. And yeah, it's fairly functional. It works just like a normal camera, so you can see my hand. There's no ghosting, it's fairly fast, as you can tell. Alright, so a lot of people are going to be using this for YouTube and Google Play related applications. And the Nexus 7 YouTube app is actually a lot better than the stock standard one that you get in many of your phones. It has, for one, a lot better, bigger icons, and it shows you a lot more information. So if we click on this, the quality that it gets from a Wi-Fi connection as well is very, very decent. can actually hear that it is fairly loud, a lot louder than I am, which is surprising. You get really good sound out of this device. And that actually comes from two speakers, which are actually on that side. And there's actually two of them in stereo there.